Right, so we're a brand new podcast. Got Grant Dennis here with me. We've brought him in with the Shadowbox Media team because they're running a documentary on Grant, so it's a perfect opportunity to get down and dirty and hear some of his stories from boxing.
Down and dirty.
Some of his stories from his life.
Yeah, man.
And dig a bit more in. Dig a bit deeper into the life of Grant Dennis.
Yeah, mate. No, it's all
Move
good.
this mic with me. I've got to get used to moving this mic, so we're going to have some technical difficulties. It's our first one, Grant, so bear with us.
Yeah, no, we flow.
Nice little setup, mate.
It's nice, man. It reminds me of a studio.
Yeah. It looks a bit different that side of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. It's got a happy birthday sign there. But yeah, it reminds me of a studio, man. Like being in the mic booth.
Back in the day, let's dive straight into that, eh?
Yeah.
We've obviously been chatting off cam.
Yeah.
And he was a bit of an MC, weren't you? MC,
yeah,
music producer.
Well, I used to make my own songs and sing and do a bit of rapping and that, man. Yeah, I was into that. I went to college actually and done dramatic drama and dramatic arts and that. So that was my first passion, to be fair, doing that kind of stuff. straight
in there with it. We did say beforehand. Yeah. Leave your phone on for authenticity, so it makes you feel important if it rings.
I used to do drama and that at college and stuff, and yeah, that was my first kind of passion.
How long were you doing that for?
A year, and then I become a dad, so then I had to go and get a job.
So you left college and...
I love my kids so much.
Give up everything.
I become a dad and I say it's, yeah.
Right, obviously we've dove, is that the right word?
Divin. Let's go with Divin.
We doved straight in with a bit of background on you, but give us people that don't know you, introduce yourself. Who are you? Why have we got you here? Come on, Grant.
I'm Grant Dennis. I'm former Southern Area champion, boxing, and English title contender. Should be the English title champion, but that's how it goes. I won't go there. I'm not bitter.
Well, we'll talk about that.
But professional boxer. 11 fights, 10 wins, 1 loss. And just got a good journey ahead of me, big fights ahead of me coming up hopefully this year. And we're in negotiations, as you know. So hopefully this year is going to be a big one for me and definitely one that's going to be remembered. Yeah.
Big one for you. Yeah, obviously we've had interviews in the past and stuff like that, and we speak a lot with good friends. So I know a bit about you. Yeah. I know exactly what you're trying to do with your boxing and stuff. So hopefully this is going to give us the opportunity to delve a bit further into that and give the people at home a little bit more of an insight into the man behind the gloves.
Most definitely.
Right, so I've got some questions written down here.
Yep.
There's no particular order.
Yep.
Let's start with obviously your boxing career. That's one of the main reasons you're here. That's what you're famous for. Put it on silent. Turn it off. That's it. No more phones. Mine's on silent.
Tell her I'm doing the podcast thing. Tell her.
You do it on. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Just say Rolo. I'm just doing the podcast thing.
Do a podcast. They call you back.
Yep.
And then put the phone on silent afterwards. So boxing career. How did you start in boxing? Why did you get into boxing?
I started in boxing. I actually went boxing when I was 9 years old. First of all, I went to Golden Gloves, and I had my first sparring session. I'd done karate at the time, and I started sparring, and I got punched in the nose, and I kicked the boy right in his knee.
In the boxing?
In the boxing. It was my first spar. I got boom, boom, boom. And I thought, I was doing all right. Got hit on my nose. And I just went, boom, kicked the boy. Boy called Colin, I'll never forget it. And they was like, can't do that here. I hated boxing after that for a little while. And then I was just like a little bit of I was always like kind of a fighter. Get in trouble.
A wide boy.
Yeah, the usual...
Bit of a rogue.
You know, the usual shit that goes on, you know what I mean? Having fights, scraps, getting into this and that. And then a video man called Chris Andrews went to me, you need to chill yourself out, otherwise you're going to get in serious trouble. He took me down to St Mary's. And what
age was you when you first went down there?
15. 15, took me down there and went on the pads. Straight, boom, 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 went on the pads. He was like, how long have you been doing this? I was like, I haven't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then he started training me a little bit in his garage, just up the road, really. And it went from there. And then I think I had my first fight about a month after that, and that was at 100 straight 100 kilos.
At 15?
At 15.
What was you eating?
Oh, it was massive, bro. Honestly, they were
15.
100 kilos. No 100 kilos, mate. And
that's 16 stone, isn't it?
Something like that. Massive, bro. I was big. I was like the same height as I am now, but just add poundage.
220 pounds, that is, for the
15
American viewers.
And it was like, yeah, we've got to have own Mike Tyson here. Do you know what I mean? So I started going, like, every time I was like there, I was just like, yeah, Mike Tyson. I got beat in my first fight. And then they was like...
You couldn't have been 16 stone of muscle, though.
It was both. It was, like, literally
You weren't
both.
in bad shape.
Not in bad shape at all. At 15, I used to run 100 metres in 11.5 seconds still. You know what I mean? Man. So I was just like a bit of both, you know what I mean? And then...
Proper athlete, then.
I had my second fight in the semi-finals of the junior ABAs.
Your second
my
fight
second
as an amateur.
fight as an amateur. Obviously, I got buys all the way through, and this was at 91 kilos. So they've gone, right, if you want to fight and enter this competition, you've got to lose like 8 kilos or 9 kilos. I was like, all right. Didn't know nothing about dieting.
Yeah.
Like, you used to get like advice like, right, what you got to do is to break down fat is just suck a lemon at night time.
Yeah. All the
suck a lemon at night time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went and had my second fight in
Sip and spit. Don't swallow the water.
Don't swallow the water. Don't just. And then I had my second fight up in Liverpool against David Price. My second fight was
really.
Yeah, in the semi-finals of the
I didn't
ABAs.
know that.
And he won.
Yeah.
He won. He was tall though, bro.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I was like in the Everton Park Arena, and I've gone in first, and I'm like in the corner, and he's come out. David Price. He's come out, and he's had to go.
How old was you at this stage?
I was
you were still 15, 16?
16, 16 coming up to 17, because obviously couldn't get me fight because I was 100 kilos, do you know what I mean? So I remember him coming out of Everton Park and just walking in going, underneath the door.
How tall was he still? Was
he was like
6'7" now?
6'9", so at the time he must have been like 6'7", you know what I mean? And touching his gloves, and I'm just looking at his like here, and I'm thinking, why?
And how tall were you?
5'11". But at the time, I was probably about 5'9", but you know what I mean, a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
He just was massive, bruv. I'll never ever forget it. And I remember hitting him with the shot. Bang! I hit him with a left hook, and he went a bit. I thought, wow, I got you now. Boom, 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 boom. Nah. Boom, 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 boom. Too tall, too big.
Points.
And then, no, he stopped me. He stopped me in the second round, yeah. And after that, I thought, right.
No shame in that, though, mate.
I'm losing weight.
Bronze medalist, wasn't he?
Yeah, bronze medalist, yeah.
In the Olympics.
And it was my second fight. I think it was like his 17th fight, and he'd never been beaten. You know what I mean? And after that, I thought, I'm going down. I'm going down. So I'm not a heavyweight.
And what was that at 91?
It was at 91s, yeah.
And what did you do after that then?
I went down to 81s, and then boxed at that. I didn't have light heavy. I didn't have loads and loads of amateur fights.
No.
Just life.
15?
Yeah, around a little amount. I can't even remember. But and then I just become a dad, and then
at a young age,
17, and then 19. Cool. You know what I mean? So
started early.
Yeah, I always win the dad races.
Yeah. It's mad to think now, because you don't look like you got the ability to carry 100 kilos around with you.
I know.
You're slight, ain't you?
Yeah, it's mad. Like my strength and conditioner said, I've gone like my body has actually changed. I used to be an endomorph, but now I'm an ectomorph or whatever they will call it. You know what I mean? Because I've actually changed the formula of my body, so I don't put on weight easy. No, so.
Whereas in the past you would have been easy
just like that. I put on a stone within no time. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Bloody hell. So how many you didn't have long as an amateur?
Well, I was around long, but I wasn't active.
Didn't have a lot of fights.
Yeah, I wasn't active.
Yeah, like it's tough, isn't it, with a young kid?
Yeah,
100 kilos.
I was just like, and then I lost weight and I lost interest for a little while, and I always trained. I always like to keep fit. Like I say, at the time I was playing football and that as well, a decent standard, and I just wasn't.
Talk about your football. I'm going to write it down there because
I wasn't.
Talk about your football.
I wasn't
pretty good, weren't you?
I was alright. Yeah, I'm banging a goal for fun. You know what I mean?
You striker.
Striker. Of course, striker.
Yeah, 11 seconds, 100 metres, you got to be a striker.
I wanted to be here right, mate. That was the man. That was the man. Arsenal fan. I wanted to be here right. But yeah, I just didn't have the total passion for it, obviously, because I weren't one of them kids that was. A lot of kids are brought into boxing from a young age. Their dad done it, etc., etc.
Yeah.
My dad didn't. You know what I mean? My dad was an older man as well. Do you know what I mean? So like, my dad's 82 now, but he'd done it for a little while, but it wasn't introduced to me boxing. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of boys get into it that way, innit?
Yeah. So your dad was in his 50s when he had you then?
When he had me, I think he was like 48.
48, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
so he's an older.
I was one of many.
And you got brothers? Brothers and sisters, or
yeah, I got brothers and sisters.
I know you got one brother.
One brother who's my full brother.
Yeah.
both parents, and then I've got there's 11 more of us.
Oh, how long did we schedule this podcast for?
know,
'Cause
bro.
I think we can go on for a bit more than an
I
hour.
actually haven't met all of them, like, to be
Really?
honest. Yeah, for real. Like that's just how
But
it
do
is.
they all live in UK or?
I think I've got a couple in Italy.
Yeah.
My dad's a player, blood.
Yeah, he's been around, mate, isn't he? Oh, wicked,
Typical
mate.
old school Jamaican man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, he
Is
loves
that where
his
your heritage from? Is it
Jamaica.
Jamaican,
Yeah, my
Caribbean
dad's
boy?
Jamaica. Yeah, he's Jamaican. Come
Been
on.
out there?
I haven't. No,
No?
I've not been out there. I've actually got a brother out there called Anthony. Who's
Never met him?
Never met him. 65 years. And,
65.
and I've never met him. I spoke to him over the phone.
Yeah.
He's hardcore Jamaican.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to listen hard to understand
Yeah.
him. And my dad's still got his accent to this day. Like,
Yeah.
my dad's hard Jamaican. Yeah, proper.
No way, that's mental. Wicked. So obviously we're going to dive further into your personal life and anyway,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
carrying on from your boxing, what age did you decide you wanted to go professional? I know you sort of you had a bit of breakout of boxing, didn't you, after the amateurs?
I was carried on like I had my last fight 2014 slick
Yeah, 14, yeah.
against someone called Dalroy Dapper. weren't a bad fighter himself.
Who? What was his name?
Dalroy Dapper.
That's his real name, wasn't
That's
it?
his real name.
Dalroy Dapper.
Dalroy Dapper. That was my last amateur fight.
Yeah.
And that was in 2014.
How'd you get on in that one?
I won. And that was it. And then I decided to go pro with Mr. Alfeed. And I was 29 when I decided. I had my debut at 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started late, mate.
I know.
Started late.
I know.
I thought I started. I was 26 when I went. I
Started
think
at-
now 26 is
yeah.
probably quite a good age, isn't it? For
me,
those that ain't had the background.
For me, I didn't have the miles on the clock. I still feel fresh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really am fresh. You can see it in my fights that I'm fresh, even up
Yeah.
against some of these when I'm fighting someone who's younger than me, I normally look like the younger guy, you know what I mean? So, I feel fresh. I don't
Yeah,
got
you
them
keep
miles.
yourself in shape, though, didn't you?
Yeah, that's
Always
it.
in shape.
That's it.
You've had a decent run up to now.
Yep.
What you got? One draw, no losses.
One loss, innit?
One loss.
Against Matthews, yeah.
I thought it was a draw.
No, it's a loss.
They gave you a loss.
They gave me a loss.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you have a draw as well?
No,
Just one loss.
just one loss,
I
yeah.
always thought it was a draw for some reason.
No, I got a loss there. Yeah.
No way. You thought you should have gone the other way, mate.
He thought it went the other way as well. So
Did
so it was one of them ones, mate. Like, I was shocked. I was shocked at the
Yeah.
result, but it was a close fight, and it's nothing against him. It's not his fault. You know, so good fight. I could have maybe pressed a little bit more, let my hands go a little bit more at times, made it into a little bit of a scrap because he was very cagey.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to come at me because he was meant to be the puncher and stuff. But we exchanged, and straight away he went cagey, back foot, the whole fight.
Felt the power.
And it was cagey throughout the whole fight. So
Yeah.
I'm not a stupid fighter. I'm not just going to rush in with my chin up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Because you can dig a bit, can't you?
yeah. But
So
I
his
didn't
record
actually.
says, yeah.
that everyone says, like, do you know what I mean? But I was just so focused for that fight, and disappointed, but a learning curve, man. It's learning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't get beaten up. It's not a loss like, say, okay, I lost that. Like, oh my god.
Don't know what's happening now.
But
Anyone who wants any media work, Shadowbox Media, they're brilliant, honestly.
But yeah, it was a good learning fight, and
Yeah.
he had loads of amateur fights, and
Yeah.
he's been around and etc. etc. So yeah,
I think he's been quite unlucky with his fights as well, though, hasn't he? And, like, throughout his career, he's been waiting for fights to come
big
up.
fights,
It's a bit of
yeah.
an ear, is it?
yeah,
Full thing, mate.
Yeah, well, I don't watch the whole thing. What do you want to do? Podcast,
yeah.
Yeah. So this is a little bit of your. This
Yeah.
was.
Is this the
Would you say
first?
this was your toughest fight?
No. It's not my toughest fight. This is actually how in there I felt so comfortable.
Yeah.
But I had to think. I had to always think because look, he's cagey.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
cagey. Do you know what I mean?
And it's strange as well, like you say, because he's usually a come forward fighter, isn't
Exactly. So I think he felt straight away that he couldn't do that because I'm quite intelligent and I wanted him to throw and miss so I could counter.
it? Yeah. Intelligent as a boxer or in general?
Just in general, to be honest, mate.
He's
Not at maths though. I'm rubbish at maths.
But yeah, this is your fight against
Yeah.
Elliot Matthews.
Like straight away you could see he's and I could you know what I mean? Like he's just
Have you watched this fight over and over, or?
a few times. Do you know what I mean? And I definitely had myself up 2 rounds
At the end of it?
at the end of it, and that's not being biased. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So first couple of rounds, this round I think he might have nicked. The second round, but from the 4th round, I took over, man. You know what I mean? And was just catching him, rocked him a few times.
Yeah.
But it's all down to the judges and what they like.
Leave that playing in the background. I think it's quite a nice background. Obviously this was your biggest fight.
Biggest
fight. You said not your toughest fight. What was your toughest fight?
I say Gemman.
Yeah.
Gemman was actually like
underrated, mate.
Very underrated.
Massively underrated.
I rate him. I rate him definitely after that fight, and especially looking at his performances after our fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what he's done to people. I definitely rate him. Heavy-handed.
Yeah.
More heavy-handed than people give him like credit for, and God, look at that. See, roughing him up. I say Gemman was probably toughest fight.
Toughest fight, yeah. What made it so tough? Because he was awkward, because he was powerful?
No. He come out...
It's freezing here again, no?
I just weren't expecting... I don't know if I
Diva, Sorry,
underestimated him a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe I did. And like, I think he come out quite lively straight away.
Yeah.
By the 3rd round, I got to grips with his style and figured him out. Do you know what I mean? But I say that was probably my toughest fight.
Yeah.
And then there was the Yambalog fight where he actually put me over.
Oh,
do you remember that?
I was commentating on that one.
But
I don't know if I think.
You was commentating. Yeah. No, because the mic weren't working or something, so you didn't end up commentating.
Yeah.
But I got a touchdown. But I actually went into that fight with a bad injury. And my mind weren't on that fight, and I just wanted to blast him out. And he was quite a tough little dude, bruv. He started whipping these shots in. I thought, shit, like you can dig a little bit, you little fuck. You know what I'm saying? It was just like one of them ones, bruv.
Well, these guys that get known as journeyman, people don't give them the credit. Like,
well, I didn't.
And then people come back and go, "He got pinned over by a journeyman," but they don't realise, like, they don't. When they want to turn up and they want to have a go,
he had a go, and it was from the weigh-in the day before, because I got on him. I was in his face, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking do it." And it was Joe's fault. Right? Joe went to me, "Go on, get right in his fucking face." And I've got it right then. I got in his face, and he must have like just got to be in his bonnet about it. And just thought, right, no, I'm having it with you, bruv.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that he represented like his where was he from? Czech Republic. He represented the Czech Republic in like World Games and all that stuff. So he was actually quite an experienced, good fighter.
Yeah, he weren't bad, was he?
No.
It was obviously to see you go down like that was a bit of a moment. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Wiped it off. Again, you got to go there. You got to go there to see what you can do when you when that shit happens. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of people when they're watching boxing, they don't see this dirty side of boxing where you're being dragged out on a Sunday afternoon to come and do a podcast just to put your name out there a little bit, and they don't see when you're like these top fighters. They're living like full-time professional boxers. They've got support from like left, right, and centre.
Yeah, support they don't know.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So when you're getting, obviously, I've got to sell tickets to people I do know and people that actually know me to some degree.
Yeah.
When like you got the likes of these other guys, they're just people just going buying tickets because their name's so and so.
And
do you know what I mean?
obviously the guys that were topping the bills and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So if you're getting your like on an undercard of David A versus Tony Bellew,
exactly,
selling tickets is going to be a breeze, isn't
easy.
it? They can give you 1,000 tickets and they're going, aren't they?
Yeah, they're gone. Do you know what I mean? But that's how it is. It's a business, and we all know that. It is what it is.
Toughest side of the business.
It is.
Or the least enjoyable side of it.
I hate selling tickets. I hate selling tickets, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You got
a good following though, yeah?
I've got a good following. Yeah, I've got a good following from day one. People have been like backing me and stuff, and people I don't know message like me or Slick saying, "Oh, can I get tickets to Grant Dennis's fight or whatever?" Which is nice. It's always nice to get people come along who don't know me.
Yeah,
just like me as a fighter, which is always quite.
But you've always got time for your support as well, innit?
Totally, yeah, 100%.
You love it, don't you? It's people don't realise how much you genuinely appreciate that bit of support. That someone that comes and spends that 30 or 40 quid on the ticket, even if they're going to take a ringside 60, 80 quid, whatever they're going to spend.
Exactly.
It's a lot of money for some people.
Yeah, well,
it means the world to.
Exactly.
It's a lot of money for guys like us.
Yeah,
so it means the world for someone to.
It's like a shop, isn't it? Like, it's like food, taking food out of their kids' mouth. They go do shopping, you know what I mean? So when people pay that money, it's always appreciated.
Yeah,
it's always appreciated. You know what I mean?
Right, I just want to quickly, a couple of times you've looked over that way.
Yeah.
At your mate.
At the Slickster.
Tell us who's Slickster. Come on.
Slickster's like my brother, mate. He's
part of the team as well.
Part of the team. Great trainer. Great just a great dude in general, mate.
Yeah,
I love
he's a good
you.
lad, isn't he?
I love you so much, man. He is. Yeah, he's just part of the team. Great pad, man. He puts me through my sprint work. He does stuff with me, like, well, not stuff like training stuff. I don't love you that much. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, no, he's part of the team, and he's been my mate since for over like 20 odd years. So we're
going to ask you the same question in a second, but I'm going to ask, as he's here, and we can hear him. Let's flick the question over to Slick. Your highlight of Grant's career so far as a boxer?
It's yet to come.
Well, no, so far. The question was so far. You can't say so far is yet to come.
The highlight of his career, and I said yet to come. So far.
Do you want to get in there quick? 2 minutes.
Go on, sneak in. Come on. Here he is. Look, beautiful Slick. You have to squeeze up a bit, Grant, because
This ain't doing nothing for our image of not being lovers.
Make sure you speak right into the mic.
Yeah, for me, the highlight so far was probably the Gemman fight. And also a Wayne Reed fight as well, because I think.
Yeah, that was a good fight, that.
It's the only fight after sixth fight against fifth fight, sorry.
That was my fifth fight.
Fifth fight against someone of Wayne Reed's stature and do a number on him with the lack of amateur background as well. I think that was a really good starting point to set him in good stead for the Gemman fight as well.
Do you know what you say that? I remember when that fight was mentioned to me, because I speak to Joe, and Joe comes to me, I've got this fight arranged and stuff like that, and I when he told me about that fight, I was like, yeah, it's a good fight, but it'll be an opportunity to see if Grant's where he needs to be. I was confident that you was going to have more than enough to go and beat him, but when a guy new to the sport, well, you are still young, but a guy new to the sport makes a step like that early on in their career, it's always a bit of a worry, isn't it? Like, especially when, obviously, because we're all pals, and like, watching your career and following your career is more than just me enjoying following it. To me, like, you know what I mean, we're mates, and I want to see you do well. So that was a bit of a nervy one for me, sitting ringside and thinking, is he going to have enough? And do you know what, mate? It was a brilliant fight, wasn't it? Like, you showed the levels, didn't you?
Yeah, and even you in the commentary, like, you was like, after just like 4 fights, like, do you know what I mean? So it was like, did he come to have it? Really come to have it. But I think it needs to happen more. Do you know? Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. Yo. Yeah, it needs to happen more, though. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot more of these guys need to, like, just don't worry about you, right? This is boxing. You know what I mean? Like, just have a fight and test and prove that you are at the level that you need to be at that right time. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad. I think Joe's a great manager, and my team around me, Veron, Slick, Pat Hawley, all the guys that are around me. My brother, obviously, who trains me every day, great fighter himself. They've done the right fights at the right time, and then, like, even this fight, how many, like, people would have taken this and undefeated after 20 fights? You know what I mean? Like, I was only a 10-0 boy who hadn't done much. Do you know what I mean? So it's obviously it's knowing your fighter as well.
Enjoying that? You watching that, son?
Yeah, he's just pit.
But yeah, like you say, you're the epitome of what a boxer should be. You live the life. You're in the gym every day. Never have a day off, other than after fights.
No,
I remember I spoke to you once. When you have had a nice rest, I had Sunday off.
Yeah, Sunday.
I was like,
Sunday. I have a Sunday off, and then I get, obviously, when I'm ticking over, it's not as intense because your body just would break down. Do you know what I mean? So, but I still train twice a day. It'll either be a run and then like a boxing session, or a boxing session and like a weight session of an evening. So I always kind of maintain a level of fitness. So when I go back into camp, I'm not in there to lose weight. I'm in there to learn. So every training session is about learning and not having to shift weight. You know what I mean? So it's a waste of time. If you're in there 3 stone overweight, you're not learning. You're just there to shift weight. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you might go to a slimming club.
When I was, a lot of my boxing, a lot of my training camp was shifting weight, and that's why like what you're doing and how you do it is exactly how it needs to be done. Just quick one, last one for Slick. You've obviously been involved in boxing a long while. You've trained a few boxers.
Yeah.
Done a bit of boxing yourself.
Yeah, a little
How
bit,
highly do you rate Mr. Dennis? On a scale of southern area, English, British, European, world level, how highly do you rate him now? How much potential do you think he's got?
Well, obviously,
and be honest, not just because he's your mate.
Yeah, no, obviously it sound biased, but we'll back it up with facts.
Yeah.
I believe he's got the potential to go and win a world title. There's a lot of factors that have to come into that in terms of getting the opportunities with the promoters, not being seen, maybe as someone like a Darren Hamilton, who is a potential banana skin and he's not given the opportunity.
Yeah.
But given the opportunity, he's clearly got the potential. He goes and spars Eubank.
Yeah.
And to say that's a 50-50 spar is if not fair, but definitely fair if not if he gets the better of it. B. Joe Saunders, definitely not at his depth, 50-50 spar. These are world champions already, well, until last night were world champions. Yeah. So that tells its own story. I know sparring's different from fighting.
They're the British elite.
Yeah. I know sparring's different from fighting.
Yeah, of course.
But if you haven't got the potential to be a world champion, then you're not sticking with these guys in that situation in sparring. So 100%, I believe he's got the potential to be a world champion.
It just comes down to opportunities, and
it does, and that is the boxing game. It comes down to opportunities and the right fights at the right time, and in another way, being always prepared, which obviously he is, rather than getting a phone call a week before. Do you want to come and fight?
To drop a load of weight and stuff.
Felix Cash or a Go-Go or whoever it was at the time.
We accepted it for a Go-Go, but
yeah,
they
turned him down because of sparring with John Ryder. But yeah, it's just getting that right opportunity and giving the fair crack at the whip. This guy can go on and win world titles.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I can't disagree with you there. He's definitely got the potential to go and do special things, isn't he? Good fighter out, Dennis. Slick, cheers for popping in, mate. You can go and sit back over on your comfortable chair over there now, mate. Nice one. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Right, so we've covered...
I'll give you 50 quid in a minute.
Can I have 50 quid? So we've covered most of your boxing career.
Yeah.
Let's delve a little bit into what are your influences outside of boxing? Yeah, what drives you? What makes you get up early morning, go for your runs, go in the afternoon and train, go in the evening, train 3 training sessions a day, 7 days a week, however you do it? What drives you to do that?
One, my kids, obviously. I've got my kids, and I don't want them to... I want to be able to... My kids, even if it's money or anything, more than anything, I want to be able to be my kids to look back and say, that was my dad. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing better than that. Then I live forever. Even when I'm dead, they can say, that was my dad, and this is what he did. Do you know what I mean? And
obviously setting a good example.
Yeah, hard work. That's it. Hard work pays off. You know what I mean? There's many factors. I've got this driving thing in me not to be average, dude.
Yeah.
We got one life.
So that noise you can hear is me putting my coat on.
Not to be average, bro. I've had it since a kid. You know what I mean? I always wanted, if it was watching Karate Kid, I wanted to be Karate Kid. If it was a Power Ranger, I want to be Mighty Morphin. I want to be a Power Ranger. Just so
Pink Ranger.
I was always the black one, of course. So I've got this driving force inside me that makes me not want to be average. I don't want to be average just because I think each of us have the opportunity to leave a mark, and that's all I want to do. My mum passing away was another driving force behind me.
I was going to ask about your mum as well.
She was another driving force. Before that, like I say, I didn't... God, that's a good shot. I didn't take it totally serious. Yeah. I was gallivanting around, partying a little bit, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And then she passed away, and I thought, right, okay, wherever she is she somewhere? I don't know. I'm not totally a religious person, but I want her to be able to see me and know that I'm doing good, and and I want to make her proud in whatever it is I'm doing. So
that you're doing right by yourself. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. So I just that is half of it, and then like I say, I just want to be the best in what I want to be. So that's another driving force behind me. So
so just becoming the best.
Yeah, just becoming the best I can be. Do you know what I'm saying? People always say I want to be the best in the world. Okay, I'm going to be the best I'm going to be, and if that's the best in the world, cool. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, definitely. You obviously spoke a little bit. I've got a question here to speak about your mum. Obviously, I've seen you post on Facebook a few times about your mum. By all accounts,
Yeah.
She sounded like a wonderful lady.
Yeah, she was cool.
Mother to you and Jordan.
Yeah.
Was you her only 2 kids?
Yeah.
Just
We
you
did.
two?
We had a little sister as well, but she passed away.
Yeah.
Quite a young age. But yeah, just me and Jordan. Yeah, me and Jordan.
Must have been a bit of an handful for her.
Yeah, but she knew how to keep us in check, prop.
yeah.
Like, she was a proper...
You had
like,
aunties and... Is it aunties and nans?
aunties and that. Yeah, I never had nans. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
My nan actually passed away, I think, 2 weeks after I was born. Then my granddad passed away about a year after I was born.
Yeah.
And my dad's parents actually passed away. He was 9 and 13, so I never got to actually meet them. I actually have never had real like grandparents.
Never had real grandparents.
Loads of aunties.
I've seen you mention about your aunties, so that's why I brought it up. They looked after you.
Yeah, loads of aunties and adopted aunties. Everyone's an auntie. When you're younger, it's not the same nowadays. Everyone was called auntie and uncle. You know what I mean? I used to just because you're an older.
I had the old lady down the road, like my auntie.
Yeah, like next door, Auntie Doreen, Uncle Bill.
Mrs. Hill. Mrs. Hill, her name was. We used to go around and she'd go, "Do you want some sweets?"
Yeah, bruv. Like everyone was an
That's the
auntie.
only reason I've come here.
Slick was my uncle when I first met him until I found out he was the same age. That's a funny story, actually. When I first started to like chill with Slick and like we used to play fight night and that. Yeah.
I beat him as well.
Yeah. My mum went to me, why are you hanging around with that man? I was like, he's only a year older than me.
I had this beard at 14.
Yeah, he had a full beard at 14. And
Wicked. So, how old was you when your mum passed away?
25. Yeah, 25 when mum passed away.
Hard time in your life as well, isn't it? Obviously,
Worst
with kids
time,
and stuff like that.
obviously, worst time in my life.
That's like I know, obviously, like going through puberty is a hard one for kids, isn't it? And stuff like that. But at that sort of age, you really got to come into your own and be an adult, and you're trying to work things out. And especially when you've got kids as well, you need to know
exactly. And like at the time as well, my brother was only 17. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, I'm mourning myself. You know what I mean? But then I've got my little bro that I have to. Do you know what I mean? It's very difficult. Like, it was hard time. A few years were very hard. Like, even to the point that, like, sometimes, mate, I wanted to check myself into the nutty ward because I would just be laying there, wouldn't be able to sleep. And then after, like, a little while, I used to have the key to the old. Remember the old Brompton? Back at Tesco's chat.
Yeah.
I used to have the keys there, and I used to have like this routine. Like, I wouldn't be able to sleep. Right, and then I'll go to sleep, and then I'll wake up at 3 o'clock every day on the dot. I'll look at my phone, and it'll be 3 o'clock, and I think, this is weird, bro. You start overthinking things. So what I used to do is at 3 o'clock in the morning, run from my house, go to Brompton, and train. And that's what started me going, right, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Every single day, 3 o'clock in the morning, I would go there and train, bro. Because I felt like I was going mental, bro, honestly, at times.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Especially because, like you say, you're like the maturer, the older one of you and your brother. So it falls on you to look after him then, doesn't it? Obviously, or you feel like it does. Obviously, you say you got a support network from friends and family, aunties and stuff like that, but ultimately you then become the mum. You're already filling the shoes of the man of the house and stuff like that as well.
Because at the time everyone's mourning, so and then people can say to you, "Oh, right, everything." You know what I mean? You never kind of get over something like that. It's a trauma, and that's it. It's like at first it's an open wound, and then it heals a little bit, and then you're left with a scar permanently. You know what I mean? So that's always going to be there. But really bad. Yeah, it was a bad time in both mine and Jordan's, and everyone. It was Slick's life. Slick was like my mum's son, and you know what I mean. So it was
even though he's like 20 years older than you.
Even though he's 20 years older, and it was just it was a really bad time in my life. 2009 was fucked up. It was, and until 2000, probably 12, 13, I was going through, and my brother was going through madness. You know what I mean? So, but you know, you come out the other end and you're cool. You know what I mean? You just got to grit your teeth and get on with it.
But like we were saying when we was chatting the other day, we were saying about you used to spar your brother. You used to actually have little spars with your brother, but your mum didn't like it.
She hated it.
As soon as she passed, she was like,
we would spar in the front room. Do things, and then she goes, just stop, fucking stop, will you fucking stop? And like, as soon as she passed away, we never ever sparred again. It was like, no. And even for like this fight, some sparring partners have dropped out against Jordan and stuff, and he hasn't like sparred as frequently as he would have liked to. He's got good sparring, he's had good sparring for this fight, but there's never been a time where we go, right, okay, I'll step in like because
Yeah,
just she hated it.
There's
so
more
much.
to it than just
Yeah. So
what you
no,
get
it's
from it, innit? Yeah.
no, it's me and my brother against the world. That's how we see it. We don't need to put our hands on each other. So
Yeah.
by mum's request.
A mum's request.
Yeah.
So you're carrying on through your boxing.
Yeah.
Some of the things that she wanted
Most
from
definitely.
what you was doing.
Yeah,
while she was here with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Behaving
Yeah.
yourself now.
Yeah, behaving.
Or you always been a good boy.
Yeah.
No way.
No, I ain't been always a good boy, but I want to finish out being a good boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you got something to go for, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah. So obviously, boxing takes up so much of your time. Family life.
Yep.
Eats into your social life.
Yep.
How do you juggle it all?
I don't just boxing. There is no
boxing,
social life. When I'm in camp, there is no social life.
Yeah.
I don't see 10 o'clock at night. I'll get up. I train 3, sometimes 4 times a day.
Yeah.
Go home, eat, go to sleep.
You just live that life.
Yeah,
How long's a camp roughly for you?
10 weeks sometimes, 8 weeks others. Do you know what I mean? So it
Well,
goes.
you're always in shape, aren't you?
Yeah,
Like I say,
so-
8 weeks of learning's enough.
So
innit, for
what I
certain
do is
fight.
after a fight, like I'll have a few crap meals, crap drinks, but then when I'm in that camp, nothing goes past my lips. It's all literally no alcohol, no sugar, no crappy sugar, no nothing.
Yeah.
So it's just 100% all or nothing. I'm that kind of person. It wouldn't matter what I did, but like you know what I mean.
100% or nothing at
Yeah,
all,
it's
yeah.
100% or nothing. If
Yeah.
I was an alcoholic, I'd be a great alcoholic.
I'd open a pub next to you. I know that, if you like that.
Yeah, seriously, whatever I did, it would be 100% on nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, going on from that, something that a lot of people are interested in, and it's amazing how boxers make weight and stuff like that. The dieting behind it. How strict is your diet? What does it look like on a day-to-day basis?
See, people think it's boring, but I don't. Like, I make a lot of stuff myself. Like, I have burgers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll make the burgers myself out of lean beef or... are you still vegan?
No.
Oh, right, I could talk about me. Yeah, lean beef or turkey mince. I make
Yeah.
my own burgers and I season them. And so it don't always have to be boring, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is very strict. It's very regimental how I eat.
I was going to say, do you find it's got to be quite repetitive?
Yeah,
you need
it's
to eat
got-
a certain
yeah.
amount each day, and
Yeah, but I don't like people. A lot of people eat like 6 meals a day and stuff,
Yeah.
or 5 meals a day. I don't. I eat 2 big meals a day.
yeah,
I don't eat breakfast.
even through camp.
Even through camp, I eat 2 big meals a day. Plus, so I'll wake up and I'll have water, and then I'll go say for a run. Then I'll go and have my first session on an empty stomach.
Yeah,
I think it's called intermittent
fasting.
Yeah. And then I'll come back.
Fasted training. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
and that's how I eat, and I feel, and I'm never ever like lack energy or anything like that. I feel cool. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that because
So you've obviously found a formula that works.
yeah,
for
and
you.
it works for me. If it doesn't work for other people, that's cool, but it works for me, and that's cool. You know what I mean? So I have my dinner, say about after my last session, and then as I'm laying in bed, I'll have a snack. So I'll have like granola.
Yeah. Like granola bars or just
No, just like actual granola
In a bowl.
and I'll eat
Dry.
that while I'm in bed.
Sounds nice.
And then I go to sleep. You know what I mean? She goes, "Do you fancy a bit?" I go, "I'm tired, babe. Got a headache."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it.
So pretty basic, same every single day.
Like the same kind of pattern. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, but it's never boring. My food's never boring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You enjoy
I
it. You like living that life.
I hate McDonald's. You know what I mean? I can't stand McDonald's. I can't stand KFC. I can't stand like shit food. I don't like it. The only thing I don't mind now and then is a ruby, is an Indian,
Yeah.
which I might have tonight because it's the
Murray.
last. Because I start camp tomorrow. So
For the cockneys out there, that one, wasn't it?
ruby, mate, it's ruby. So yeah, I don't mind an Indian and that, but McDonald's and stuff, nah, I can't deal with it. And my soul food, that's
Yeah.
you know what I mean, curry goat and that, yeah. That's,
Yeah.
But other than that,
Obviously, like you say, your heritage is Jamaican, so you're into that.
into that, yeah, totally, mate.
Jerk.
Yeah. Jerk, curry
I like a bit of
goat,
jerk chicken
know
myself,
what I mean?
mate. That jerk sauce and that
yeah, mate.
killer in it when you start getting that. Good
When you
stuff,
season
mate.
it up, mate, don't ever season it up and then go like that. I've done that a couple of times, brother. Mashed myself up, mate.
Right, so basic, just clean living,
clean living,
and be regimental and repetitive.
Yeah, repetitive
to a certain extent.
But you have to
like, change things up inside your diet. But day to day,
it's kind of the same.
Just eating well, innit? Just eating well.
Yeah, just eat good. Just eat well. Your body knows what it needs, and when you find a formula, I don't crave anything. Yeah. I do not crave anything. You know what I mean? So if I have a yogurt or a Greek yogurt, say for instance, or a natural yogurt, put a little bit of honey on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just you don't have to. You don't.
What's your calorie intake a day? Do you know?
No, I don't count calories.
No,
I don't
just
count.
Know when to cut back, when to get a bit more.
Yeah.
So you got obviously training hard, dieting hard.
Yeah.
Big part of boxing is obviously being out there in the media.
Yeah.
Putting yourself out on social media and stuff like that. You know, you're pretty vocal on social media, like as far as you post your opinions up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you're not shy of a camera either, mate. You like this sort of thing. You know, this is where you thrive in this.
Yeah, I love this stuff, man. Yeah.
I know the guys here, Shadowbox Media, that are putting this together for us. They're going to bring it up now. Bit of a documentary on Mr. Dennis. Oh, look at that!
Look. Backwards hat again, you know what I mean? It's a different hat though. This is
We've got no sound. Where's the sound coming out of?
That's a wicked photo there. That's a wicked shot.
And that's the atmosphere I just...
Yeah. Documentary coming out.
The closeness that the crowd has. You can hear little things.
Who was that?
I don't know who that was.
Oh, weren't you fine?
No. That's. You see my dad in a minute. That's my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, son.
The world famous you'll call. Yeah. Brilliant, isn't it?
I love it there, I really do.
People don't realise that, like, it's brilliant for the fans, supporters.
There's Leon McKenzie.
People don't realise how poor the changing rooms are.
I know, they're bad changing rooms.
He's a good fighter, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a professional football player, yeah.
Power yours, yeah?
Chilled out. Totally chilled out. Everyone's chilled. My brother's normally chilled.
This is we're paying penny up the wall.
Who won?
I did.
Yeah.
The changing rooms are like, I think you'll find better changing rooms in the Sahara Desert.
They're horrendous, aren't they?
They're bad. They're grim.
It's not just that as well, but like when you got a big card, you're just crammed in.
They actually give me that whole bit to myself, so I was kind of like...
Was you headlining the show on this?
Well, we were the main event. We were the main event. So they give me that bit.
So that's signing posters.
Signing posters. That's the doctor, the doc there. And obviously this guy here is always there checking your hand wraps. He has to sign off your hand wraps when you're like...
Yeah. When you're getting your hands wrapped, it's like it's just like you chill, you put your hands over beds or wrap my hands, and it's time like...
Wicked. Can we kill the sound on that now? How do we do that?
Yeah. So
talking there about wrapping your hands, that's like a big thing, isn't it? For a lot of coaches have this thing, as well as the boxers. That's like time to start getting in your fighter's head and stuff like that. So obviously, when you're sitting there with Varen, who's your main coach, you start going into the zone and you start talking. Who's there wrapping?
That's
your hands?
Pat Hawley.
Pat Hawley. Yeah.
He's one of my other trainees, like the second.
Yeah.
He's the one who does my hands now. Wraps them. He's quality guy, quality trainer, good friend, and this is the time where I start. Before this, I don't even think about the fight, but this is now when it's like I say, the countdown.
It's getting real, isn't it? Yeah.
It's real with me.
Do you get nervous in that?
I don't get nervous.
Not at all?
No, I
no
don't
butterflies? Legs don't go?
Not anymore. I used to. I used to really bad as an amateur.
Yeah.
Because you know what? As an amateur, you don't know you're fighting sometimes.
Yeah.
I knew I was fighting, so I've studied him, I looked at him, so I don't really get that nerve. I get this like thing come over me. You know, like when a shark's about to attack, I just get that, and then I go into this. So from that funny guy who's just playing penny up the wall,
pants.
Alfie.
It's good old Joe.
The only bloke to ever put me down in sparring, mate. Honestly, he put me down like hard. He got a payback though.
Joe put you down?
He put me down. Big right hand. Me and him were sparring one day. and I've gone to throw an uppercut. My actual hand got caught on the rope. As my hand got caught on the rope, he's thrown this.
Oh, he took advantage of
He
you.
took their piss. Like, he took this bang, caught me right in the temple. I've actually gone down, and I've heard like the ice cream truck. Like, do you know what I mean?
I've heard
like,
it mentioned and be called like the white room.
Yeah,
you get that
mate.
shot. Like even when you're out on your feet,
he
you get that
face
shot.
planted me.
Boom.
I'm saying he face planted me, and I got back up, and he's gone, "Don't you fucking kill me!" I've gone, "Nah, you got to go down now, mate."
Yeah, mate. Did you go at him?
I went at him. He got knocked down. He had to get knocked down.
Oh, you put him down?
Yeah, I put him down as well. Yeah, we used to have wars, me and Joe, though. Like,
He was a good fighter, wasn't he, Joe?
good fighter, strong.
Yeah. Doing a good job with your career and that.
Great career. Great job with my career, mate. He's a top man. He phones me every day, just to see how I am. Like, just to
I feel like
update
down
me,
now.
update me, and what things are going. He's just good. He's a good manager.
Yeah,
I think
he is a good manager. Yeah,
he is a good manager.
He's getting more fighters, but I think he tries being attentive as attentive with all of them as he is with.
Well, what he's got over a lot of managers, excuse me, is that he's been there.
Yeah.
So he understands a fighter's psyche. So he's been there and just knows how you feel, and especially like at the moment where I've got no actual date.
Yeah.
It's like he just wants to keep me focused.
Yeah, that two of them throwing's a killer. Yeah, when you're waiting for dates and waiting
it does
for
your head in, man. It really has done my head for like a couple of weeks. So I just want to date. But for me, tomorrow I'm back in camp because I believe that I'm going to get a call. Do you know what I mean? And so I'm looking towards April.
Yeah. How far are you off your weight now?
About 5-6 pound.
It's good, man.
Yeah, so about 5-6
And
pound.
what is your weight? What?
11.6.
11.6.
11.6. So yeah, I'm about 12-1. So yeah, around that.
That's
Around
not
that.
bad, is it?
Nah.
What's that?
7,
175. I know is light heavy.
Yeah, but
That's
so
what I used to be.
I'm about 170. So I'm
Yeah.
170. So I've got about 10 pounds to lose, give
Yeah.
or take. You know what I mean? Give or take. So
That's not a bad position to be in, though.
No.
Obviously,
I walked round. I was probably that there the night of my fight. I was that there, but obviously I can't maintain that level of witness and stuff. It's hard. Do you know what I mean? So
it's not good for you either. You need maintaining that low body fat and stuff like that for a long period
and I
of time.
had that
It's
for
bad
quite a
you.
long period because I had a fight September, October, and then I was back.
Yeah,
in
I
camp
remember this,
straight for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I was
Just
straight.
fight on fight on fight,
I was
wasn't it?
there all the time. So Christmas time, that fight come perfectly for me
Yeah.
because in Christmas time I could like eat a bit of
chill out,
crap and just my mind needed to chill a little bit instead of thinking about blokes and beating them up. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, obviously, like you say, when you're in boxing, there's no juggling social life, no juggling family life.
No,
it's just boxing.
Just boxing.
When you're outside of camp,
Yep.
what do you do? Like play football? Do you play basketball? Do you do any other sports? Anything like that?
Football's too dangerous.
Obviously injuries and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
football's too dangerous. I played football at a decent level when I was like younger and up until I was about 17.
Good player. Early striker.
Yeah, I was a
Quick, wasn't
striker,
it?
but I scored a few goals. I'm sharp forward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Quite a decent forward. I could have played at a decent level, I believe.
You reckon you could have been a professional
I
footballer?
reckon at a lower, maybe like everyone has their aspirations of being in the Premiership.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
you know
of
what I mean.
course,
But
yeah.
I believe that I could have played in the football league.
Yeah.
Definitely.
As a proper professional
Would you say? Yeah.
What about you, Slick? Was you any good?
Slick was a dirty, animalistic of a player. The amount of times I played football with him and just cringed at the tackles he puts in, brother. He's horrible. Like he tackles people here. The ball's not here, dude. Like, you know what I mean? The ball ain't there. So he was a good, decent player. He hard player, mate.
Do you ever play against him? Always together.
Nah, always together.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go in a tackle with him. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
He wouldn't catch you though, would he?
Nah, he wouldn't catch me. Nah. I wouldn't want to go in a 50-50 challenge because he's coming over the ball on purpose.
Yeah.
And looking to break your tibia and fibia. Yeah.
So obviously, like you say, football's too dangerous.
Yeah.
You must do something. It must be something that takes up your time other than sitting and watching boxing.
I don't really watch a lot of boxing.
Yeah.
Actually, don't watch a lot of boxing.
Do you know what? Since I used to quite enjoy watching the boxing, but now I'm like on the other side of the ropes.
Yeah.
I don't watch it as much anymore. And do you know, when I do watch it, I tend to see more of the fights. I mean, like watching it last night.
Yeah.
You can sort of break down the fights a bit better.
Yeah, and just because I know the inside of the game now, that it's just sometimes it's actually not that enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You like because you know so much about the sport.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
you're thinking like
Really?
some people like a good scrap, don't they?
Yeah.
And obviously, I enjoy that as well.
Yeah.
When a fight turns into a good scrap, but if there's no talent there, if there's no
Yeah.
technique to what they're doing, I just ain't interested in it.
Yeah.
And I think the level of some of the boxing that you see on telly and stuff like that, sometimes I don't think it's worth tuning in.
It's
for.
abysmal, mate. It's like, oh, really? And I always say it, like, even down to, I don't want to say no names, but there's certain lads out there that are got famous dads or whatever, you know what I mean? I put up something, Conor Ben. I say about Conor Ben. I was like Louis Green to fight Conor Ben, and then we'll see what he's about. And I like Louis Green as a fighter, I really do.
Yeah,
I think he's another guy that's like takes it serious. Do you know what I mean? Jules, you shut that phone up.
Can't you put it on silent? I'll turn it off.
Is it Jordan?
Yeah, it's Jordan, that's all. I'll tell him what I'm doing. He just wants to know.
Yes.
Hello, bro. Hello? You're live on the podcast, man.
He's got to speak.
Everyone can hear you, mate. You're on loudspeaker. I'm just doing
No
this.
swear words.
I'm just doing this.
Yeah, alright, cool. Shout me after.
What'd you do? You just finished gym?
Sorry?
You just finished training?
Yeah, come out the gym.
All right, then. All right. Speak to you soon.
Alright.
Go and have a shower.
Yeah, shout me after.
All right, then. Cool.
Alright, cool.
Say bye,
Later,
everyone. Say bye.
Later.
That's throwing me off now. We're talking about Conor Ben, Louis.
Yeah, Louis. And I just like, they just need real fights. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And some, like that last fight he was in, that I believe that other guy got that. But it's none of my business, whatever.
Yeah,
But, like, I just see some
for you,
fights.
how frustrating is that for you to see that like these guys? Listen, they're where they are because of what they are, who they are, or whatever. So they're there. Yeah. So you're not bitter about it.
No,
but
no.
like you say, you're seeing these guys that haven't got the skill set that you've got. And I used to think the same. Like when I was fighting as well, there was guys. I mean, I wouldn't say I was as skillful and as exciting to watch as you are, but I see some of the guys that I was in the same division with, divisions around me, whatever, getting a lot of exposure, TV, getting a lot of exposure on social media and stuff like that. Yes. And it was a little bit frustrating. I'd never take every single person in this business works hard, mate. You know it.
I would never.
So
take
they deserve every
fair
bit
play.
of exposure they get.
Yeah, fair play when they do get it and stuff.
But you must get a bit frustrated.
I just think to myself like, what's the secret, bruv?
Yeah.
Especially like obviously. Likes of Conor Ben, his dad was Nigel Ben, so everyone's there's gonna be
you can't take that
you know what I mean? But other people, I think, like, what's the secret there? Like, what? What do you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
see that with some fighters, and listen, like I say, every single person that gets any exposure, any money out of this sport, deserves every single penny they get. But when you're looking at some of the fighters, you're thinking, how are you getting like European title shots? British title shots when really you know more than Southern area level.
Exactly, and even a lot of these guys, they haven't got charisma. I think to myself, right, what do I need to do? Like dress up in a clown suit with my penis hanging out, like for people to take knowledge. You know what I mean? They call me Doink. You know what I mean? What are you meant to do sometimes? You know what I mean? So, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I just have to keep plodding on and keep training hard and getting my opportunities.
Just keep getting your face out there. And I've always said, like, supporters, fans, whatever you want to call them, they're a fickle bunch. Yeah. And what I've found is that regardless of how good you are, how talented you are, how much potential you've got, what you've done in the past, if they see your name somewhere recognisable in a Sun newspaper, or there's other newspapers you can buy, by the way, not just the Sun. In a newspaper, if they see your name on social media, all of a sudden, if they see that, and then your name comes up on a poster, or it comes up on so-and-so's fighting this bill, automatically they go, oh, he's a good fighter. But they've never seen you fight in your life, but they link getting exposure to being talented. Yeah. And obviously we know that don't work like that, so it's just about getting your name out there.
It's quite funny you say that, right? Just last night, I was watching the boxing. I went to the pub first to watch the boxing and had a couple of soda waters. And,
any lime?
Yeah, and lime.
Turn the phone off.
Tell Roach man to chill out, bro. And then this girl's come up to me. This bird's come up to me. She's gone, oh yeah, you're that good boxer, you are. I saw your name on a poster.
She didn't go Jordan, did she?
No, she didn't. She goes, you're Grant Dennis. I go, oh yeah, hello, nice to meet you as you do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's your number, babe? No. She's gone, oh, you're that good fighter. You're wicked, you are. Great fighter. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, well, you seen me box? She went, no, I saw your name on the poster.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's how people link it.
I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, instantly. As soon as someone sees your name out there, they instantly link that exposure to being a talented fighter.
A great fighter.
And we all know you're rubbish. So.
Oh, no, exactly.
Yeah,
slow, no footwork, no, you know what I mean?
Got it all wrong, mate.
Yeah, so I was like, you must be talking about someone else, sweetheart.
I just mentioned there your brother, and obviously he phoned up earlier.
Yeah.
I know this is about you, but can't not talk about your brother a little bit.
He's awesome,
surely.
mate. Great fighter.
Good little fighter, isn't he?
Great fighter. Very
helps you out a lot in your career.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, we're together. Like we're like a team. You know what I mean? So he gets more nervous for me in my fights. I get more nervous for him, and that's how it is. He's a very good fighter. Very
different kind of fight to you.
Yeah, a little bit. In some aspects the same, but I say like at times.
I've never seen Jordan fight.
He's a bit more spiteful at times. Bit more nasty.
I was watching him train the other day. I see him on the bag.
Yeah.
Boom, you can put that dig in, can't he?
Yeah. He's definitely a thinking fighter, but he's definitely aggressive as well. He's got a bit of everything, you know what I mean? And he's got a great amateur pedigree as well.
Bit younger than you, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 27 coming
27.
up. Yeah.
So he's at a good age now.
Great age, do you know what I mean? And he boxed for England.
Big brother's footsteps.
He actually he was in the Guinness Book of Records. Won the most titles in least amateur fights.
Really?
Yeah. So
he's actually in the Guinness Book of Records?
Yeah.
Still.
I don't know if it's still there, but it was definitely there.
Have you got the book?
I don't know.
I used to get the annual every year.
Yeah, I used to love the
Records.
Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah.
I was only interested who was the tallest bloke in the world. Who's the tallest bloke in the world? Oh, fucking hell. Yeah.
Who's this? Who are we bringing up now? Is this Jordan?
This is
a little bit of your brother.
See, in this fight, he just...
How nervous do you get watching him fight?
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
I wish he was better at something else. Like anything, you know what I mean?
God, he looks young, doesn't he, there, where he's lost the weight and that?
Yeah, that's how he is at the minute, man. He's lost all the weight.
Yeah, he looks good at the
But
moment.
that's the only thing. Sometimes he can pile it on. I don't mind a beer after a fight. He likes a cake.
But he's, I always remember, like, watching my mates.
Yeah.
When I used to fight, like I said earlier, like, I never got nervous up until... like ring walk and stuff like that. Right. And I started getting like jelly legs.
Yeah.
And I started at that period of getting ready for a fight. Then that exact time, every single fight, I used to think to myself, "Do you know what? I might just fuck this off.
Yeah.
I might just
get a pair of football boots."
I think if I'd gone to fights and not sold tickets, I think I'd have just gone. Do you know what? I've changed my mind, lads. I'll see you in the bar afterwards.
See, then is when I get this thing come over me, and I always like my music starts. Go get him. Go get him, and I go.
Because you're a go-getter.
I'm the go-getter, you know what I mean? And then I go, and I always start, I go, right, let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
And then
and that's it, you're ready.
That's it, let's go, boom, and then that's it.
Mine was always the first like shot, whether you're throwing it, whether you're taking it, or like whatever. That was all, because then it just becomes real then.
Don't you think when they're saying your name in it as well, it's like an eternity?
Yeah.
It's like, can't we just fight?
Yeah.
I really want this to be over. You know what I mean? So it's like, just say my name. You know what
I always remember that. I know this is about you, but just going to my first amateur fight. We spoke about your first amateur fight. My first amateur fight. I went in there and no nerves at all. Just no nerves, because obviously you don't know what to expect, do you?
Yeah.
No nerves. I knew I was going to get up there and have a fight in front of 1,000 people, whatever it was. And I stand in the ring, look at my trainer, and I just remember this feeling of like, I'm really excited. And all of a sudden they went, and in the blue corner, Dan Woodgate, and I just went, oh, for fuck's sake, that's me. And instantly then become real. Like, and I turned around and I watched the fight back. I've got the tape of it, and I watched it back like about a year ago, or whatever. And I thought, you know what, I didn't do as bad as I thought I did. But I remember in the fight.
Did you win?
No,
you didn't win.
No, I got a standing 8 count as well.
Did you?
Yeah. On the he caught me as I sort of tried to get myself out of the way, but I was 100 kilos as well. But I was 22 when I started.
That's good.
But yeah, I remember that.
Like, why 22?
What's that?
Why 22? Like, what made you get what was you doing before that?
Just playing football, mate. Football.
Yeah.
Come from a footballing family. My dad was a good footballer. My brother was a good footballer.
Yeah. What position did you play?
Centre mid or centre half.
Yeah.
But my best position was centre half.
Yeah.
I was good. Yeah, mate. Yeah. No one beat me there. I'm only like 5'10", 5'11", but
aggressive up there.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. I remember like playing against guys 6'3", 6'4", and getting nowhere near me, mate.
Yeah.
But I had a good sprint like you. I was a bigger lad, but I used to when I was 14, I was doing 100 metres in 11 seconds something like you. So I was quick. I was quick, and I had a bit of spring and stuff like that. So.
Naturally athletic, man.
Yeah. But then I broke my foot playing football and put on loads of weight.
You would be a good header of the ball, though.
Yeah, with my head. Nice, right. So let's bring it back to you. Let's stop talking about me.
That's all right.
I'm only the host. So going forward, what are we expecting to see from Grant in the next year, 2 years, 3 years? How long? You're 34 now.
Yeah.
How long do you think your career can go
40.
on for? 40.
I'm giving myself to 40.
Yeah. So if you ain't done what you want to do by 40,
if I've done or ain't done,
done.
Yeah, I'm done. Well, no matter what.
Yeah,
I'm done, and then on to the next career.
I reckon you last till 40, mate.
I feel like that's what I mean. Like I think I'll be there till 40.
I was like 32, and that's it. I'm out. Yeah. I said that to myself when I was younger.
God willing, touch wood. Do you know what I mean? No injuries, obviously. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I've given my mark 40. You know what I mean? Because obviously, got other things to do.
Can't play football then. Against Slick, let him foot down.
I was so tempted to play football yesterday.
No, you can't do that.
I know. I phoned up my brother, and I've gone. He goes, "Don't be fucking stupid." And I've gone to Slick. Come on, mate. Like, what do you reckon? 15 minutes. Gone.
What, for an actual team?
Yeah, for an actual team. They've gone. Nah. So I ended up phoning up my oldest boy, and he actually played yesterday with Slick in the central midfield. Had a great go.
Can he play, your boy?
My boy's good. Yeah, he's a decent player. Yeah, decent player. Big boy though. He should be playing American football. Yeah. You know what I mean? Big
tough, strong lad.
Tough. Like,
how old's he?
16. My oldest boy.
16. Yeah, he started young, didn't you?
Yeah, mate. And my middle boy is 14, and my littlest one's coming up 3.
3 kids you got, yeah?
Yeah.
All boys.
All boys. Yeah, all boys.
Trouble in your hands.
Yeah, mate. Kai, Caden, and Tiger. So they're good boys.
Good kids, though, yeah.
Yeah, all good boys.
Yeah, I know. I've seen your older kid. I think he does a bit of boxing, doesn't he? Is that your older one or your middle one?
That's my middle one.
Middle one.
Yeah, down Matt's.
He's a big lad as well.
He's a big lad, mate. Yeah, the other one's bigger. You know what I mean? Yeah, the other one's as tall as me and probably got outweighs me by 3 stones.
Quality, mate. So, within the boxing, I know the aim's world titles.
Well, I want, like I said the other day when we was doing the live thing. Hopefully, we can get the Joe Mullender fight. Malenda, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say Mullender.
Is it Mullender?
I'd say so, yeah.
Hopefully, we can get that. I've
met Joe a couple of times.
Yeah, he's probably a nice lad.
Business, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, I've met him. I think I boxed on a Goodwin show when he was boxing. But he's got a European title, and our names have been mentioned before with each other. And the Warren team, Andy Ayling and that, have said that I'm on the short list to fight him maybe April the 14th on the Billy Joe Saunders Martin Murray undercard.
Nothing confirmed, just
nothing confirmed. Yeah, all potential, all talk. You know, until I see it, it's nothing.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can get that fight on with him. I would love to fight Elliot Matthews in a rematch, but that's not going to happen at the moment. We did get put to us that.
Does he still hold the English title?
Yeah, but he's got an injury at the moment apparently. So we actually did get it put to us about the Commonwealth title fight in Cameron. So we got options. We have got options. Do you know what I mean? So
you're just going to take it fight by fight. You're aiming for the heights.
Yeah, but I would love to get on that show. April the 14th at the O2.
Yeah,
that'd be
that'd be good, mate. Good
Me and Joe Melendez would just put on a good fight. His fight, like I say, his style and my style, it just gels. Do you know what I mean? It'd be a great fight for the neutral, definitely.
Your last couple of things I want to ask you before we wrap it up. We've only got a couple of minutes left before we start wrapping it up. But friends inside of boxing. I know we spoke earlier about Nicky Genman.
Nick Genman's cool, man.
You say you speak to him quite a lot.
I speak to him all the time.
He's a good lad.
He's a top man. You know what I mean? At the time when I was fighting him, I was giving him a little bit of shit, but that's because I was trying to rear him up or whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I like Nicky a lot. I got a lot of respect for him. I think he's a good fighter.
I used to train with Nicky. Me and him were gym buddies.
Yeah, I think he's a very good fighter. His last performances have been. I think I'm his only defeat in like his last 12 fights. Or
very
something.
underrated.
Yeah, very. Got heavy hands. He beat like Tylin Jones. Good performance.
Do you know what? When that fight got announced, that Tylin Jones, no disrespect to him, like I say, but when they started coming out and they was going, Nicky this, and I knew what they was thinking. They was thinking, here's a geezer that's lost this many fights. He got stopped in his first fight. I was there with that was my debut as well.
Right. Okay.
He got stopped in his first fight. against a journeyman.
Yeah.
This is a geezer we're just going to go through because I've done this in the past and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I was like, mate, they're taking this for granted.
Yeah.
Man. They ain't got a clue what's going on.
What
here.
I think was
Nick's
happening.
a good fighter, mate.
He's a good fighter, and what I think they were doing then is like, sizing me up.
Yeah.
So like
what,
to
for Taylor Jones?
For Taylor Jones for like the southern area. Like that's what I think it was.
Yeah.
So okay, because I went up and sparred Taylor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it wasn't a cool spar, but it was like my last spar. So I was trying to avoid injury, overstretching my arm, anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So not saying I was taking it easy, but I was just going through the motions. I just needed to spar.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then I think like I've beat Nicky. And then got the southern area, so they was like, right, we go for Nicky
We beat
Gentleman.
Nick, we're gonna
go for Grant. Do you know what I'm saying?
What did you, when you first see that announced after sparring him and all that? Did you think you had a chance against Nick?
It depends what Nick come out. Do you know what I mean? I remember seeing him that day because I was up there. Me and Slick went and watched it, and he was fired up. He was fired up, and because I actually got tickets off Taylor to watch it. Do you know what I mean?
Nick's gonna be up with
and then I've gone there, and he dropped him in the first round, and I looked at Slick, and I've gone, oh shit, and then dropped him again, and it was stopped, and I was just like, fair play. And then the last bloke he stopped. Nick's doing all right. He trains hard though. He does train very hard.
Yeah, mate, he puts himself through it.
He lives the life, and fair play. I like Nick German. Well, you make mates after you fight him. You know a person probably better than a lot. You know what I mean?
I've always said in boxing. So I come out. I didn't win the titles I wanted to win. I didn't do what I wanted to do in boxing. But do you know what I've come out with? I've come out with some brilliant relationships with opponents. Trainers, coaches, promoters, and just come out. You just meet so many good people in boxing. But the one last thing I want to ask you before I'm going to ask you if you want to mention any sponsors or anything like that. But one last thing I want to ask you. I think this is quite interesting for you. You're saying that Nick's a friend. Elliot Matthews you talk to now. And all these boys.
Wayne Reed.
When you go to a fight against these guys that are mates, it's just business.
Just business.
No emotional attachment to that at all.
Nothing at all.
I think people get hung up on that, don't they?
They do,
I can't go on
so, for
sparring,
instance,
I might have to fight him and stuff like that. But it's business.
It's business. If I was to have to fight Nick again, do you know what I'm saying? I would put that aside, and all I don't see his face. I just see a blank. There's nothing there. It's like you know when they kind of censor out a face. I'll just see a person in front of me who's trying to fucking hit me. And that's it. And then after that, I'll cuddle you, kiss you, buy you a shandy, and then that's it.
I might organise a fight with Grant, I think. But strictly business. And that's the way you run your...
Nothing personal. So, strictly business, nothing personal. And if they want to make it personal, if they want to make it personal, and it's still just strictly business.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So they can try it.
Yeah, they could try anything they want, and I will carry on just the same mode. I train for everyone exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just like they're Mike Tyson, and that's
nice
it.
One. Wicked. Right, so before we wrap it up, sponsors, mate, you got to mention some of your sponsors.
Yeah, like Meridian Construction, and that's it.
Yes, Meridian Construction.
Meridian Construction.
What about the shoe shop? Is that they just help your brother?
No, that's Chockers. I'll mention them anyway. That's my brother. They help us all out.
Come on, you got to give them a mention for helping your brother out.
Chockers. Who else is Jordan? I'll sponsor Jordan. I'll give him a little rub. Yeah, emotionally sponsor him. Give him a little rub on his bald head.
Quality, mate. Listen, that's obviously one of the hardest parts of boxing is finding the time, finding the money to fund your career and stuff like that. But you're doing all right. You've got one sponsor. Obviously, more sponsors if they want to come in.
Yeah, it'd be great if I could get more sponsors on board. My sponsor's great at the minute. It makes me be able to be a professional boxer full time. Yeah. So, more sponsors. That'd be great. Yeah. It's going to be a big year. A big few years now coming because to be fair, after that last fight, it's just opened up more doors, man. And I'm actually spoke about a lot more within the boxing world now. Do you know what I'm saying? So, more sponsors would be great, and more support, and it'd be great, man.
I'm going to do a couple of thank yous for you.
Cool.
And from me as well. Yeah. Obviously, the guys here from Shadowbox Media.
Shadowbox Media, of course.
Career,
they're the man. They're the dudes. Like, obviously, how long we known each other now, boys? Couple of years. You've been that lucky. Couple of years. Always like top guys. Do their thing. They're brilliant at what they do. I like to thank Slick, who's here. He's like my boy. Veron Kwame, who's like for me. no one comes close to him. Pat Hawley, my brother Jordan, James Roach, and everyone else.
Can we just get one last impersonation of Joel Feed, your manager and friend?
Let me take my chewing gum out for this. Just fucking fight. All you need to do is fight. You don't have to fucking train. Just fight. Just make sure you're wet. Just make sure you're on weight and fight. Don't forget my fucking 25% though.
Yeah. Listen, right. Cheers for coming along, mate. That's wicked. Cheers for having coming along, mate. And
thank you, mate. Thank you.
Enjoyed it, mate. Yeah,
no, it's wicked, mate. Wicked.
Get down and a bit more behind Mr. Dennis. I've learned a lot about you today, mate.
No, cool, bro.
I've known you for a few years.
There you go. Yeah, man.
Getting some things said that we haven't spoken about before.
Yeah, that's it, mate. No, yeah, definitely, bro.
Nice one. Cheers,
no,
mate.
thank you very much. You're the man.